What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the quartering. It is Monday, December 7th, and I might have 3 or even 4 updates on Cyberpunk 2077 as reviews are dropping. I'm going through them and we'll cover that a little bit later today. Make sure you click that subscribe button right down below the video. Pushing hard to reach 1 million subscribers by Christmas. We're now only 20,000 away. If half of the people watching this video who aren't currently subscribed were to create an account and subscribe today, we'd hit it. And I will give you 1 month guaranteed, no sub begging. 1 month once we make it. Let's do this. We could do it today. We could do it today. Anyway, Cyberpunk is too long. Cyberpunk 2077 developer hasn't finished the game in up to 200 hours, and that's a huge major problem. Now, I will confess, or not confess, but concede that a game can be too long. There are many people that never completed The Witcher 3's campaign mode as it's extraordinarily long. But it's crazy that we're in a world where many games are lambasted for the classic Angry Joe 4 hours campaigns. To get a campaign that is full of this much content and complaining about it, well, it just kind of shows you that these game journal weirdos will complain about anything. Here you have this. Yesterday, Cyberpunk 2077, developer hasn't finished after nearly 200 hours, and that's a bad thing. Now, let me be very clear. Have you smashed the like button and subscribed yet? I can taste it. You guys, you got to understand. I can taste it. 1 million. We could do it by like this week. Anyway, I understand. Look, you can spend as much or as little time as you want in Cyberpunk 2077. That's the reality of it. So on what planet is that not an amazing thing? Not an amazing feature? A QA tester has put nearly 200 hours into Cyberpunk 2077 without rolling the credits, refueling a debate on how long game campaigns should be. Cyberpunk 2077 will release in a few days, finally ending years of anticipation for gamers hungry to get their hands on the next ambitious RPG title from CD Projekt Red. However, over the years, information regarding the game's development cycle has come out, and crunch. You can just read through this and see these like turds are still super angry about crunch, or they're mad about a single poster in the game. It comes up in everything they write, and then they want us to believe that they're being unbiased. CD Projekt Red's quality assurance test lead said that he has put a whopping 175 hours into Cyberpunk 2077 and still to roll the credits. Babil, hope I'm saying that right, has stated that he's taking his time with the game, using stealth where possible and exploring each nook and cranny the game has to offer. And he's a QA tester, right? There will be people that want to spend 200 hours in this game, and shame on you for trying to brand that like it's a bad thing. Now, still, even if this is a, quote, slower playthrough, the fact that the game is stretching close to, if not longer than 200 hours is ridiculous. Well, if you could like literally take like 2 seconds, you'd find out that the real campaign is about 30 to 40 hours long, which is, I think, about the right time. I think the first time I played Final Fantasy VII, I beat it in like 45 or 50 hours, and that was about the right amount of time. But there was a lot that I didn't explore. And for me, I'm a campaign person. I'm a story mode person. And so I want to progress the story. Just same thing with the Dragon Quest. Love Dragon Quest games. Love them. Love them. Love them. Probably almost as much as I like Final Fantasy. And I know that might seem like blasphemy, but I just love them. And they always have they're like 30 hours or so. And you get into it, you get through it, you need time to get like emotionally attached to these characters. The video game like debate has been a point of contention for gamers for a long time. Everyone wants to have a good bang for their buck when making an investment, especially in video games. With the industry shifting to $70 a game, people want to make sure the game is worth the cost. Also understand that there are people that paid upwards of $200 for this title if they bought some super premium ultra edition, right? Wanting value out of what you buy is not unreasonable. Paying a significant amount of money out of pocket for entertainment is a luxury, and as such, you should feel fulfilled. We'll also understand that with everything that's happened this year, the massive unemployment, the lockdowns, the way Christmas is going to be changed for everybody, the way time off school has been changed for everybody, the stresses that have been put on parents. By the way, you know, today's parents are not your parents. You know what I mean? Like, my dad didn't spend hours playing video games, but I have many friends who have, you know, an 8-year-old or a 9-year-old that still play video games. And I'm sure this next generation's kids will be even, you know, this next generation's parents will play even more video games. All right. People have free time and they have less money than they normally do. And if they're going to want to take their time with a game this big, understand that there have been people that have been waiting for almost 10 years for this game. Of course, expectations in this regard vary by genre. While RPG are expected to be massive, AAA shooters like Call of Duty have far shorter campaigns and low completion statistics. However, since most people buy those games for the multiplayer, yeah, but that's because you don't give us a good campaign. Like, you understand that, right? You give us crap campaigns, that's what trains people to just move right to multiplayer. And where do you make all your money? Yeah, the multiplayer. Still, Respawn's Titanfall 2 drew the ire of many gamers because of its 5-hour campaign. Despite the campaign's strength and the game's robust multiplayer, EA's release strategy and negative word of mouth regarding the short but sweet campaign killed the game before it had a chance. Though it's arguably started earlier, Assassin's Creed Unity is what really became noticeable, as simply looking at the map still fills a sense of dread for the seemingly infinite amount of repetitive side objectives and collectibles. While Assassin's Creed Valhalla promised to shake things up, players have found that it's largely the same regard. Shorter games can be total drags and leave a bitter taste in your mouth once they're finished. A prime example is The Order 1886, which was maligned before release when a leak revealed that the campaign was only 4 hours long. While short length isn't an issue if the game is fun and replayable, The Order 1886 ended up being sluggish and boring as an experience. Being a long game doesn't automatically make it good. Fair. But the thing, Cyberpunk main campaign is apparently 37 hours long. Again, another article uploaded by somebody benefiting from YouTubers' work. CD Projekt Red mentioned some time ago that they had consciously made the decision to shorten Cyberpunk's 2077 critical path in the game following the feedback for Witcher 3's humongous campaign. They did not provide any specific numbers of the game's length. It seems prematurely uploaded by YouTuber Dreamcast Guys spilled the beans on those details. The review has since been taken down, but somebody of the Mako Reactor has compiled all the key details. The review claims that the game's main campaign is 37 hours long, 21 hours spent getting from the game's beginning to the final boss fight, while the side quests included that number went up to 37 hours. The reviewer did mention, however, all said, that they're easily over 100 hours of gameplay within the game, which falls in line with recent reports suggested as well. The main campaign is supposed to be a slice of what the game has to offer. Well, yeah. While the quality of the major side quests is allegedly on par with the main story itself, the side quests also seem to vary quite a bit in tone and style, from hunting down a ring of bad guys to getting a tattoo while you're hammered. Meanwhile, the review also claims Cyberpunk 2077 runs great on the Xbox Series X, with an option for 30 FPS at a higher resolution or 60 with lower. Cyberpunk, now you see, it turns out it's 37 hours. Gameplay doesn't get old. Main campaign is about 11 hours long, 21 hours time spent booting up to the final boss fight, 37 hours all in, including side quests. Reasonable. Controls exceptionally tight, 99%. Gameplay doesn't get old. A wide variety of easily 100 hours gameplay. Main campaign is a single slice. Major side campaigns are as good as the main game. Side quests show off a different part of Night City, both light and dark in terms of tone. They go places, from hunting down bad guys to getting tattoos. Plays fantastic. Not a hard lock in visual effects like Steam would continue to run, as does the music. Game would unstick a second or two later. Has happened around 30 times. So it is buggy. And we've got, oh hi, clickbait. He literally says there's over 100 hours of gameplay. Reviewers don't play the games like regular people. They play to finish, not to enjoy. That's why reviews are useless to most players. These type of games, they don't have weeks or months like we do And this is an open world. I used to spend hours driving around in GTA just for fun. I doubt I'll be finishing this in any time under 100 hours, and that depends on what the end world presents. Again, the length of the game is a bonus for gamers. Reviewers seem to whine and complain about it. This is just another perfect example of why video game reviewers are out of touch and their field is worthless. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe today. Hope you enjoyed it again, and we'll talk to you again real soon.